Today we're going to be doing a development, which is actually a transition piece. So it's page 89 of the JPEG workbook, and they tell us that they've given us the front view and the top view of a portion of a duct showing a square to square transition piece, starting point or position A of the seam. Then they tell you to draw to scale of 1 to 1 the given front view and top view of the given portion of the duct. Develop the surface of the transition piece in the direction of the arrow shown on the top view, and they tell you to make edge AB the seam. So this will be our front view, this will be our top view. So that means it's first orthographic projection. So this is the arrow that they talk about when you're going to unfold your piece or make your transition piece, and they've asked you to draw the top view and the front view, which I've done. Then they also gave you a position A on the drawing sheet, which is actually this piece here, which I've drawn here. So I'm just going to get right into it with you guys. This is one of the easier topics, I'd say, in my personal opinion. So the first thing that we're going to do is, because this is hollow, so all we're doing is we're unfolding these shapes over here, and that's it. So what you're going to want to do is, first of all, these aren't the true lengths. This isn't the true length. You're gonna, because this is the top view, so like I said in one of my other videos, if you had to look from the side, the pencil would look smaller. But if you lie it like this, it's actually much longer than what you would see if I had to do that. So it's sort of the same thing here. So we're going to need to find the true length of this line over here, which is our A. We're going to call it our AB line. So we're going to do that. So you're going to bring it down with your compass on the horizontal line. Then you're going to take your set square. You're going to draw just a little point up here, like that, on this line up there. And then you're going to join it to the bottom line where the B is. And you're going to make that a light line, and that will be your true length for this line. So all of these lines would be the same length, obviously. So we're just going to label them like a small a. So it'll be a small a line. So make this line here a little construction line, and then we'll move on to our transition piece. Okay, so it would look like this. Then you would take your true length, and you would go into the position points that they've given you. In the workbook, they've given you like a little arrow line, but I just went to draw like a little light construction line. And then you're going to make like a little line, or like from the A points, a little line there. This will be your B, because obviously we're drawing this line here, this line over here. So this will be your AB, and you can make this line solid. And then we're going to move on to the bottom, the top, and this line over here. But before we do that, we're going to have to get the measurements. So because it's not a triangle, it's like a funny square, rectangle, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. You're going to have to get like a triangle line in the middle here, just to make it easier for you for when you're doing these lines here. So like each point here, there's going to be like an imaginary line. So let me just draw an example for you. Okay, so if you have a look, here's the imaginary line. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take the length of this top point over here. Okay, like this over here. And we're going to take it from our A and just draw like a little arc going like that over there. Then we're going to take the measurements. Okay, so obviously we've drawn this imaginary line. You're going to have to take your compass and once again just draw a low arc onto your horizontal line. You're going to bring that line up using your set square. So you're going to bring that line up. You're going to see it's not going to touch a line properly over here. It's going to be like a little off the top. So what you're going to do then is you're just going to extend this with a construction line. So a little line like that. then you're going to measure this point to B. Okay, like that over there. Now the reason we have this line is because, for example, we have to get this point over here, and we can't do that because we would need to get this line here, which would be over here obviously, but you still wouldn't get the point here, because even though this would be the same line, you wouldn't know like where it would meet, or that's just how I see it. It's easier for me to make this line here. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the length of this measurement over here, it's a bit long. Okay, so you're going to take this measurement over here, and you're going to put it, because it's from B, you're going to put it down on your B, and you're going to make a little arc like that on top of the other arc, and then when the two arcs meet, it will be this point over here. So let's just label this point C, D, E. So this would be your point C, and then you'd see like, okay, this is where this top line is, this top line here. So you can draw a light construction line here if you want to. You don't need to, but sometimes it is easier. So I'm going to do it just for you guys. Okay, so it would look like this. So I've labeled this line our little A line, and this line I've labeled our little B line, so we can see what we're doing here. And then what we're going to do now is obviously we're going to take the point of this here. Now because it's horizontal, this line here would be the true length, because it's horizontal, so you would see it as it is. So from B, you're going to make a little arc. You can make them quite big just so that you like make sure you get the right size. And then because this is an A line again, you're going to get the length of your A line, and you're going to make an arc from that length onto your new arc. And then these lines here I've made solid because this is the outside. This line that would be here would be a solid line. This one would be a light line. So I'm going to do that quickly. Okay, and as you can see, this shape here is, well, this shape over here, from the side over here. This line we've already got because it's going to join onto this side anyways. And you're going to just repeat the process. So exactly what we did here, step for step, it's going to be the same thing. This line will be the true length, like I said, because it's horizontal. So you're just going to take this measurement again. It will be the same for all of these because it's a perfect square. And you're just going to make your line or your arc. Then you're going to take your B line, you're going to arc it off. Then you're going to do the same process. And I'm going to do it right up till this one here. And then I'll show you with the last one what happens. Okay, now that I'm on the third one, we're just going to repeat the procedure as usual. So I'm going to start just by taking this measurement here and putting it on this end point over here and making that arc so long. Then I'm going to take the AC measurements, like this over here. We're going to arc it off over here, and then we're going to take our B length again. Okay, got our B length. You're just going to mark it off on your AC line like that, and then you're just going to take the measurement for your A line like that, put it on your AC line, make a mark, and then you're going to make the line connecting here solid, and here solid, and that's basically it. You can draw your B line here, but that's basically it. Then you'll be finished. I'm going to draw that for you. Okay, and when you're done, it will look like this. It's actually really simple. It's one of the easier topics, and it's quite quick as well. So yeah, that's just how you do it, and I hope that this helped you do your transition pieces.